Hello, my name is Chris.
My name is May. Give it to me!
In today's video, we are going to answer some personal horror movie questions, which means that the answers are going to be our subjective opinions. So, I'm going to say, let's just answer the first question. Alright, go ahead.
Okay.
I'm not going to look.
Am I supposed to look?
No.
So.
Easy. VHS Beyond. It scared me because it was so fucking bad.
I was about to say, how the hell did that one scare you?
No, but the serious answer is that the thing is that not a lot of horror movies scare me. So it's super difficult to kind of find any. But I would have to say Hereditary. It's the closest thing that a movie has come to really like give me the anxiety that many of the older movie games gave me. So, for example,
that part gave me nightmares. Yeah. I actually did get a little scared because I don't remember if we watched it together or if I watched it by myself.
I don't know which movie you're talking about, so I don't know.
But it's Evil Dead Rise. That one.
Oh.
Yeah, it was creepy, especially the beginning. It was.
Yeah.
I don't want to ruin for anybody, but yeah.
Yeah, I find that movie really good, really gory.
Yeah.
But I can see what you mean.
It's
like
creepy.
it makes a good like setting for a horror movie because they're stuck in a complex apartment, which is always scary.
Yes, and they had no way to get out.
Alright, so next question. Go ahead. I'm not gonna look. You're not gonna look.
Oh.
Are you looking?
No. So the best found footage horror movie. I know so many, so it's gonna be really, really hard to pick the one. And I would literally have to sit here forever and think about it. But I'm just gonna go ahead and choose 100 Ghost Street, the one with Richard Speck.
I've never heard of that before.
Yeah, it's where they go into like an abandoned asylum and they try to find out or try to speak with Richard Speck, and he was like a murderer or whatever. But it was actually really creepy. It's really creepy. It's kind of like on the low budget end, but if you actually give it a chance, it's chilling. So yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
That's my answer.
Yeah. Okay. So for me. The most obvious answer would be the first Paranormal Activity. And I could also say like the taking of Deborah Logan is
that
really
one
good.
was good, yeah.
And I also have to give a shout out to Grave Encounters because it's really good.
Yeah.
But as for my favorite found footage horror movie, I have to say because this movie scared the crap out of me for some reason, and that is As Above, So Below.
Oh, I don't know why. Yeah, that one's really good.
That is so good.
That one's really good.
And
that one and now I have to do it. I have to do an honorable mention too, which is The Tunnel. That one's really good too.
Yeah. The thing with As Above, So Below is that the first time I watched it, I got so immersed into it that I put myself in their shoes.
Yeah.
And just the thought of like having nowhere to go but go deeper.
And if you're claustrophobic, you'll hate it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I have to say that movie.
Yeah. Good job.
All right.
Okay.
That is so many. At least the positive is that like the classic horror tropes with like, oh, the car doesn't start and people like running and breaking their legs and stuff like that. At least that is for the most part gone, but we are left with something even worse.
Oh, what is it?
I have to say two things.
Oh, okay.
One thing is the fact that every horror movie nowadays, even when it ends, it's always like a bad ending. Everything seems fine. Oh, happily ever after, and then there's a scene that like opens up for a sequel, and that's why
I think that's what they're doing.
Fucking hate that they just do it so they can open up the door just a little bit for an eventual sequel.
Yeah,
I hate that. But the worst thing I know is just how people act when they hear sounds. I don't understand. When you hear a sound, does your whole like life and reality just go into slow motion? So it's so slow, and if you heard a sound,
Yeah.
and for some reason that means that you have to open a door, or like take a curtain to the side or something. Do you want to do it like
Really
like
slow.
this, or do you just want to get it over with?
Open
Up the
damn
door and see what the fuck is on the other side.
Yeah.
What is the problem?
I'd react different though. If I heard a
You
noise,
would have ran in the opposite
I'd
direction.
lock in and run.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at least you wouldn't go slow to lock the door. You
No.
would fucking run.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate that.
No, I get that too.
Wow.
I understand that. But what's funny is I was gonna name two too, but you already named one of them, which is the ones where they trip and fall. And sometimes, especially when they trip and fall over nothing, and then they turn around, they slowly crawl, and they're looking like, is he behind me? Bitch, get the fuck up and run! What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
You didn't break your damn leg!
I have a feeling what you're gonna say now as your trope, but I'm super curious.
The second one?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll go ahead and go to it then. I hate the fucking... I hate it when they make it to where women are always fucking loud. Screaming, crying, or breathing really hard. And when they're hiding from a monster or a ghost or something like that under the fucking bed. Shut the fuck up! Because they're like, oh no, we need to hide, be quiet, okay? And you hear her going...
Okay.
Don't you
That's
hate
not
it,
what I
though?
thought you would answer, actually.
Oh, well, what did you think I was going to say?
I thought you were gonna just like continue with the first one and
Yeah.
say like the typical like people get shot in the shoulder and gets handicapped. and
Oh
can't
my
walk.
god, no. Because that one was like one of the, like a third one I wanted to mention was the fuck. the fuck
That's
that...
a lot of fucks.
No, the fact that when people, like, the fact that people get shot in the arm or the shoulder or their hand, they act like they're crippled, they're handicapped. They can't walk anymore.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, I'm fucking. Okay. Okay, so for me, I'm gonna have to say there's a lot of remakes that I did not like. That it made it really hard, and I had to just narrow it down to the one ultimate favorite, because you can say things like Texas Chainsaw Massacre to It the Clown, which I know some of you like. What?
Which
2003
remake?
Chainsaw Massacre.
Thank God, yeah. That I agree with.
Okay.
But I was wondering if you were...
Oh, like in the wrong zone? No. But my ultimate favorite remake, hands down, of all time is Evil Dead Rise.
Are you talking about Evil Dead or Evil Dead Rise?
Evil Dead, but Evil... Oh, sorry. I mean Evil Dead. Evil Dead. But yeah, Evil Dead was really, really good. I was...
extremely good.
Yeah, I was shocked. I didn't think I was gonna like it, especially after I saw like the casting crew and stuff like that. I was like, it's gonna be meh. But when I watched it, holy fuck.
Yeah.
Did I enjoy it? Almost a little bit more than the original. I was shocked.
And that is a good point, because... So the thing is, I kind of expected you to answer that. So I have something else.
Okay.
Even though I do agree with you, it's probably the best remake ever made.
Yeah.
Of course, except for probably like The Thing. But that is just
Yeah,
a school book,
it's-
like a textbook answer.
Yeah.
So we don't count that one. But the thing is, as you said, for me, a really good remake has to, one, first of all, be a really good movie, and two, it has to surpass the original. That is a really hard task to do.
Yes.
So the fact that Evil Dead, yeah, I would say is better than the original. Even though Evil Dead 2 probably maybe is still the best. But yeah, I agree. So my answer is House on Haunted Hill.
Oh, okay. I had to think for a second, like, House on Haunted Hill, what?
Yeah, because we did actually see the original.
Yeah.
With the Vincent Price, black and white,
Yeah.
old school.
Yeah.
House on Haunted Hill for me, really fun, entertaining, good horror movie.
Yeah.
And also the thing is, Jeffrey Rush, he looks identical to Vincent Price, which for me is just so fun to see because he has like an homage to Vincent Price as well because his name is Price.
Yeah.
But yeah, fun movie.
Make sure you got one. All right. This one is easy. Do you want to go first?
Should we say it at the same time? The movie? Do we have the same movie?
I don't think so.
Oh. What? My answer, of course, is Spiral. Stupidest movie ever made.
It was so stupid that I don't remember much about it. That's how stupid it was.
But do you remember how fucking happy I was when you actually guessed
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
now I see why you said should we both say it.
Yeah. So
yeah.
No spoilers. I'm not gonna say anything. But when I saw it the first time, I knew who Jigsaw was after 5 to 10 minutes because of one dialogue, one sentence. And then we watched it, and I said to you when we started watching it,
yeah,
babe, tell me when you think you know who the Jigsaw killer is.
Yeah.
And not too long after,
yeah,
you said, I think I know who it is. And I was like, okay, so why do you think that? Because he said,
yeah.
And I was so happy.
He jumped up so happy.
I jumped up and I just like, oh, yes, it's a fucking. Yeah, because that one line of dialogue, and
yeah,
everyone who has seen the movie,
yeah,
knows guaranteed what kind of dialogue that
at
is.
least we hope you know.
Yeah, because it's so revealing that is, you're like, what is the point of the rest of the movie then?
Yeah, you have to pay really
Stupid!
close attention to it. Yeah.
So that was my answer. So now I'm super curious to your answer.
Mine. So mine is, and everybody should agree. Okay, you all should agree. Is Train to Busan. That one is so gosh dang predictable. To who's gonna turn into a zombie next? Who is innocent? Who is the bad guy? Who is going to die before it happens? It was so obvious, and I was mad. I was pissed that I was able to predict the movie from start to finish.
Yeah.
And it made it hard for me to enjoy the movie because they made it so predictable.
Yeah.
All right.
This is a movie that I'm pretty sure you have never seen, and it's a movie from 1977. It's called Eraserhead.
What the fuck?
Yeah, you can say that now. Just wait.
Okay.
So it's directed by a director called David Lynch, who's probably most known for Twin Peaks. The thing is, it's supposed to be a weird movie. It's supposed to be a movie where you're not supposed to kind of like know what's going on. It's meant for you to interpret it however you want, and the director has done as best as he can to not like give any like thing away. Like he doesn't want to like say what this was about. He wants you to find it out yourself. But the thing is, it has very long periods of up to 30 minutes of no dialogue.
That's what she said.
It's black and white. It has such like it doesn't really have a plot, but there is enough that you want to know what's going on, and people have no names except the main character. You kind of like don't understand if this is supposed to be planet Earth or somewhere else. It's so weird, and it has the most disgusting baby ever, and I mean so disgusting that I actually get unwell just thinking about it.
Does the baby's name Eraser Dick?
Eraserhead is a movie everyone should have see, but I do warn you, it is extremely disturbing, and I mean that it's disturbing.
So to me was one of the newer movies that you actually showed me. Well, I think it was the first time you watched it too, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Or you just showed it to me.
Yeah.
Was the final girl.
What the fuck?
I thought it was weird. No, okay, because the only reason why I thought it was weird was because a lot of weird stuff were happening. Especially the part where they had that girl, like she was really high or drunk or something, all trying to dance all stupid, sexy, just to give Jason Voorhees to pop up. And to me, that was...
Jason Voorhees.
Wasn't it Jason Voorhees?
He wasn't Jason Voorhees.
What was he?
He was like a knockoff of Jason Voorhees.
Okay, so they tried to bring the knockoff of Jason Voorhees?
Yeah.
To make him show up, basically. And it's just a lot of weird things like that. It was just so funky. It was okay, so it was funny too. I didn't say I didn't hate it. I hated it or anything like that. It was just weird. It's a weird, funny, but happy and silly kind of movie. So to me, it was just weird, but I liked it. And you know, I'm weird, so me like weird. So,
Ow.
You like weird. I want to go first for this one because
Okay.
I know you're going to scream at me, but
Oh my lord.
I'm going to have to say Mila Jovovich.
Ironically, I'm fucking speechless. Seriously.
Are you for real? Is
Yeah.
that your answer?
Okay, so
Fuck me!
You know why Alice has powers.
I'm having PTSD now.
No. Okay, so I do have to say, I really wish that they, if I had to choose somebody else, I wish that they would have at least chosen Michelle Rodriguez. Because she was really, I love her as a badass. She's a badass in almost all the movies she plays in. If they had to do like, if they could have swapped roles and had a guy do it, then, you know, of course it would be Chris Redfield or Luther. Because Luther was one of my ultimate favorite guys in that movie franchise. I just liked his character in general.
Stop talking about Resident Evil!
I'm sorry! Shut your mouth! Mamma But no, okay, so I just really love badass chicks. Okay, I don't like a lot of the obvious reasons to why we didn't like the franchise itself, but her as a character, even though it's made up, I enjoyed it. I did.
Okay, so the thing is, I was gonna answer Sydney Prescott because for a final girl in a franchise, she's one of the more like sane ones that doesn't just scream and is helpless. She's pretty rational and she's pretty like she does the shit herself.
Her
if she has
survival
to.
instincts were smart.
Yeah, so she doesn't do a lot of crying. She doesn't do a lot of screaming.
Yeah.
She barely screams
And
at all. I don't like it.
they don't overkill it either,
Yeah.
where she automatically, you know, freaking just do everything. No, you can tell that she had to think things through too.
Yeah,
She
but that's
was
not my
a
answer,
person.
though.
Oh, what is
Yeah.
it?
My answer is Betty Gilpin as Crystal in The Hunt.
Oh, the one that we watched.
Yeah.
The
The
one
thing
you
is,
showed me.
why I like her so much in that movie is that I'm not gonna spoil anything, but she has the kind of attitude like she would prefer just being in her bed asleep, but she has to kill all these people, and she's like, fine, I'll do it, and she's a badass.
Heal. Okay. So I'm gonna go first because this one you probably wouldn't have got this because I did like.
I'm stupid.
No, you dummy. It's Rustin Parr from Blair Witch.
Huh?
Because so originally he was supposed to be part of the movie, the first movie, but the director figured that the three main characters were going to be the most interesting, basically, where people would be more interested in them. So he removed Rustin Parr from the movie itself, which was pretty sad. But he's the main killer in the movie. He's the one that took the the kids into the house and killed them in pairs and had one kid stand in the corner while he did that. He was the.
So he was the one that the Blair Witch is based on,
yes,
or like the whole like okay.
Yeah. So that's why I said I wish that they would have kept him in there because his story. I'm curious on. Like, to me, it's interesting because I like it, a little bit of a mystery. So I'm kind of curious on why he did what he did, what led up to him doing that, because of the way he killed him was kind of strange as well.
Was he ever mentioned in the Blair Witch?
Honestly, I don't remember. Yeah.
Well, I learned something new.
Yeah.
So my answer is gonna be John Kramer, aka Jigsaw. And the reason for that is that a lot of the movies basically just gives us more and more glimpse of his backstory and why it turned out as it did. But I feel there's still a lot more to tell, as I would love a movie that maybe show like his first, like when it started. But now in Saw X and Saw XI, we are like in a prequel sphere. So I like that to show like more of like why he, because the more we learn about him,
Yeah.
I understand.
This one was freaking easy for me to answer, and I'm gonna answer it right now.
Very easy.
Terrifier.
Oh yeah.
He forced me to watch it. 2, 1 and 2 exactly, and it's only been a month, and he showed me both of them, and I wanted to throw up.
Terrifier 2 is a lot worse than Terrifier 1, and you have yet to see Terrifier 3, which is even
I'm
worse.
scared to do that, but oh my god, especially the scene where he drops the vagina.
But that's why we gotta do a reaction. People want to see your reaction to that movie, but you gotta need a bucket because it's disgusting. But yeah, I could easily have said Terrifier 3, because Terrifier 3 fucking disgusting. But the goriest movie I've ever seen, and it is probably objectively the most gory movie ever made, and that is Brain Dead. A disgusting movie, even for me, because I don't really mind gore, but that one, disgusting. But there's one scene in particular that really just gets me, and that is the soup scene.
Oh, don't say it.
The people that have watched this movie, you know which scene I'm talking about. The soup scene and the air. That's all I'm gonna say.
Alright. Alright, so we both know, and we both thought about this, but we already know and can say that the one with the best ending for us thus far is Wrong Turn Remake.
Fuck yeah.
They clapped.
So, like,
they still deserve a clap.
It is the most satisfying ending
Yeah.
I have probably ever seen. The feels and the roller coaster that we had,
Yeah.
unmatched.
Yeah.
But yeah, we
It
don't want to
shocked us.
answer that because
Yeah.
it's so obvious
Yeah,
for
it
us.
is. Yeah.
But
Because you've seen our reviews,
Fuck
you
yeah,
know,
it's good.
hands down, we love that ending. But no, because I didn't want to answer that one, my next obvious answer was A Quiet Place Day 1. A lot of people might not like it, but to me, I did, because not only the intense part where he literally was running for his life from the aliens that were chasing him and the cat to the boat, but and you know me, I do love intense scenes. Okay, me love, yes, but no, especially at the end when she was walking towards what's her name, Samarin. She was walking to the center of the city, and she knew her time was coming, so she eventually. Oh, should I not say it?
no, she was
the-
banging, wasn't she? Banging
No, she
on
was
stuff.
listening to music. Oh no, that was to help him run.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no. But at the end, she walked out and she basically was listening to music or whatever. But she let out a big cry.
Yeah.
And to me, that it was satisfying, but in a way where it made me feel so many emotions at once. You know, I felt her pain, her sadness, but at the same time, it was comforting.
I was I was in the moment. I was feeling my feels.
It was
Now they're
just
gone again.
comforting. Even, huh?
Huh? The best ending to any horror movie is ending that changed my relationship to horror movies forever.
Oh.
It was like it was life shaping.
Oh.
I saw this at the cinema with my dad actually, and that was Saw. The ending to Saw was so shocking, so mind-blowing, and just so well executed that when Jigsaw like slams the door close, you just sit there in the cinema like, what the fuck just happened?
I'm going to have to solely on every single movie that we have seen thus far, I'm gonna have to choose Long Legs.
Wow, that's a controversial opinion. And I'm gonna guess most people just turned out this video.
Bye!
But I don't agree with like it's the worst, but it was extremely disappointing.
It was, and that's why for me it's the worst, because like I said, I went to 2024 only movies. And
Why?
Because I
never
wanted to
mind
do that. I didn't want to steer too far, like I told you.
Yes.
Because there's so many we can name.
It would
There's
take
too many,
days to
exactly.
think.
So that's
Yeah.
why I decided to just choose last year, so that I don't go so far.
You don't. You
So I
don't. You don't.
So I don't go so far.
Yeah.
So out of the entire list of movies that we've seen so far of 2024, this was just the worst for me. Not saying that it's so bad that I don't recommend you watch it. Yeah, you know, I do recommend you watch it. Go watch it. But would I suffer through it again? No, I wouldn't.
No.
But if we had to choose a second contender, I would say Smile 2.
There left the rest of them. Bye.
The end.
But yeah, I once again I don't agree with the worst, but I get your point, and it was extremely disappointing at the level of Long Legs.
Yeah.
I love Smile 1, Smile 2. I didn't
Yeah.
like it all.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, it makes no sense. Like the last 30 minutes of that movie
Yeah.
didn't actually happen, so it makes no sense. I'm good choices. Good choices. So for me though, and this is no surprise, I've said this many times before, and I don't want to make any more like fuss about it or like think about movies. It's Halloween Ends. Yes, I've said it so many times.
Now you've lost the 1% we had.
if that 1% liked Halloween Ends, then good riddance.
Some people liked Halloween Ends.
I can. You know what?
It was okay.
Nope. I'm gonna stop you.
Oh.
I don't believe there is a single person on this planet that liked Halloween Ends.
We're gonna have to look into that, okay?
I fucking hate it. It's so bad, and it's so disrespectful. It's just like, you know what? I could almost change my answer now because I could say Resident Evil: The Final Chapter. Just as disrespectful
No.
in its own way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
you
yeah,
don't like Resident
I
Evil,
already
so it's
ranted about that, so I don't want to do that. But yeah, that's my answers.
Yeah.
Dude, are you doing the Twilight Zone? Easy. Like and subscribe.
Thumbs up.
Easy as that.
Yes.
So yeah, that was all we had for today. Was a lot of interesting questions, and there's more questions to come in the future, but that's gonna be for another time because you exhaust me with your stupid answers.
And you exhaust me with yours. If you guys have anything to say, please let us know in the comment section down below. If you disagree with us or agree with us, that's completely fine. We love to bicker and conversate, and you know. You know what I'm saying, right? You get the gist of it anyways, but yeah. Comment down below.
I think that's
Let us know.
all we had to say for today. So
Yeah.
until next time then, cheerio!
Bye.